Alright guys, what's up? It's Zero here. I changed my YouTube name. It used to be, Ultra Quackhead, but I think this is way better. Honestly, that name is kind of stupid, but, yeah. So we are playing a mod for Amnesia. This is Amnesia, by the way. Amnesia: The Dark Descent. You probably already know because of the title and whatever. But yeah, I don't know how to say this. Amadeus, Amadeus. I really don't know. But I played probably like maybe 15 minutes into this. I looked it up, and this is like it's like a 5-7 hour long mod. It's basically its own game. So yeah, we're gonna be playing through this whole thing, and yeah, let's just fucking get into it. I'm excited. So like I said, I've already played maybe 15 minutes. I really didn't make it that far, but I'll let you guys know whenever I make it past where I've been. But yeah. Getting into it. This mod really doesn't even feel like Amnesia, honestly. It feels like it's its own game. Like, as you'll see as we play through it, this is not Amnesia. It has a lot of custom stuff in it. Custom textures. Like, a lot of this stuff isn't in Amnesia already. And it also has
Sammy?
its own voice acting, which is nuts. Yeah, I'm gonna try and not to talk over the people, talk over the voice lines, but I try my best. That's what subtitles are for, right? But this mod is freaking beautiful. And the fact that it came out 7 years ago is even crazier. I'm trying to explore as much as possible. Take our time through this. Looks like it's around Halloween time. But yeah, I know a little bit of the story, but not really. Only as far as I played, which was not far at all. When on stage, he morphed into his alter ego, the amazing Aldwin. It was the stage name of his father and his father before him. The possibility that the line of succession might end with the Cornelius himself was very concerning. I'm not gonna make you guys read. Reminiscity presents. Amadeus. That's what I'm gonna say. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but that's how I'm gonna say it. I'm also gonna try and use as little editing as possible. Only edit like if I get stuck or something, which will probably happen quite a few times. But I don't even know what this place is. Like some giant fucking cave or something? I mean, obviously, but where? And why? Like, who built this? I'm just following this guy. I don't want to get too close. I feel like he'll try to kill me. Also, I don't like these little lag spikes. I think it's my recording software. I wonder if he'll hear this. So I'm guessing that's the amazing Aldwin. Kinda looks like a magician guy. Hopefully my volumes are good. I did a couple of tests, but I really hope the game isn't too quiet or my mic volume isn't too loud. I hope I'm not like blowing out your guys' eardrums or something. So I have a pretty big list of other Amnesia mods that I could play, if you guys want. I was doing a little bit of research and I found a bunch that are like professional grade, like quality things. But here's the first little puzzle thing. So like, I think we gotta open this. And this string leads to this. I had some trouble with this last time. It did this. It didn't want to unlock. But it just popped. Just popped off randomly. So I guess I'm just gonna goof off. Oh. Shit. I guess that's what you're supposed to do. But it still doesn't open. Hopefully it'll just open like it did last time. Just like that. Alright, cool. And we're in. Or out, I guess. His father was an introverted man. He spent most hours of the day in his secret cellar room working on his next big trick with great determination and passion. Chapter 1. The Man Behind the Drapes. This is a crazy fucking looking place. What button is screenshot again? There it is. That's the thumbnail. Locked. Also locked. Oh. There we go. Study key. Proud and awe. Yet another evening of utter embarrassment. Yet another evening of half-empty seats. My act does not compel to the masses like it once did. The audience claps out of sheer courtesy. Those claps are but a painful reminder for a showman whose ears still remember the deafening cheer of a crowd in awe. The cheering meant more coppers, but what really kept me going was the look on their faces. In this age of reason, the world is sensible, materialistic, and solid to its very core. But if you manage to fool them, even for a second, then you can make them doubt. I haven't seen that look in quite some time now. Seeing a dove vanish into thin air, or a woman being sawed in half, does nothing for them. They've seen it all so many times before. I'm bad at reading. And they are keen on reminding me of this. Soon enough, vegetables will replace words as the main outlet for the disappointment, I'm sure. To have the crowd cheer again, I need to make them believe my performance on stage to be real. I am prepared to do whatever it takes to make that happen. I refuse to fade into obscurity. Sounds like the guy's having a little bit of a mental crisis right now. And I will take this book. I guess we'll try this door too. It's also locked. So this is to study, I'm pretty sure. And I don't like that. The introverted nature of his father really took a toll on his mother and made her seek appreciation elsewhere. Cornelius never really got to know him. He failed as a father, no doubt, but he would always admire his passion. So his wife is Cornelius. I guess that's my mom, I think. I think this is my dad. I need to search the study for clues on what's going on. So I know a little bit about this part. This is about the part I completed and then I left off. So we're basically where I was already. I really didn't go that far. All right. Stencil. This is stencil number 1. I think there's 4 of them I need to get. I'm gonna turn up my volume a little bit. I am using headphones, by the way, so a lot of these sounds are gonna be loud and spooky. All right. The automation. During the late 18th century, a mute six-year-old boy by the name Amadeus, okay, there's where the name came from, performed in Hungary. Amadeus' act consisted of him tapping out letters on a board, spelling out the names of dead family members of the audience, and sometimes full sentences that made sense in the context. But what the crowd found most fascinating was that Amadeus wasn't a normal boy of flesh and blood. He was an automation, a machine, if you will. Amadeus would be best described as mechanical medium. The amount of credit given to the automation by the public amuses me. Clearly, credit is due to the creator of this mechanical boy, the Dutch watchmaker Luc van Doren. What he managed to achieve would make any modern clockwork look primitive in comparison. It is said that Van Doren modeled the facial features of his creation from a death mask of his own son, who he lost to influenza at the age of 6. Every night for 8 years, he worked to perfect his work in dim candlelight to the extent that he went blind. Van Doren became more and more detached from society and passed away penniless and alone. Penniless, not painless. Penniless and alone. The whereabouts of the automation remained unknown until just a couple weeks ago when it appeared at an auction house located in Colorado Springs. I put every last penny I have up on this offer. This mechanical boy is the answer to my prayers. This remarkable machine will save my career and ensure my future welfare. So things are already getting dark. I haven't read that note yet. And here is stencil number 2. Okay, we're gonna open this just to be safe. Just a shirt. It's a nice drawing. Picked up stencil number 3. Put it into a projector to see what it depicts. That's nice. I kind of already knew that was coming, but it still kind of fucking got me a little bit. Right. What does this say? An anticipated delivery. Package from the Colorado Spring auction house arrived this morning, and I am relieved to say the automation is now in my possession. I was of course very eager to test its capabilities to distinguish fact from folklore. The results were very pleasing, yet in many ways unnerving. The machine operates as expected. You ask it a question, and it taps out the letters on a board and forms an answer. I started off by asking it my mother's maiden name. To my amazement, it got it right, except for the spelling. I never expected the quality of the answers to be such disturbing precision and accuracy. The thought of this only being a symbiotic rotation of cogs and sprockets really baffles the mind. It's definitely fucking possessed, dude. Although, I must confess, a machine of this kind could make even the most rational of minds question itself. As a magician and illusionist, I've seen and mastered most of the cunning of tricks, but nothing comes even close to this level of deception. Luke Van Doren truly was a genius. Although the whole session was pandered with awe and wonder, there was one instance that confused me greatly. Shortly after I had finished asking my questions, the automation started to move its hand. It spelled out the word hungry. Does this highlight a flaw in Van Doren's engineering? For practical reasons, this is what I will assume. Any other tempting explanation would be nonsensical. This afternoon, I perform a hastily put-together act for my manager, Mr. Cameron. Needless to say, he was astounded. He immediately contacted the owner of the Longmont, the finest theater in Colorado, and booked 12 shows, first one being just within a week. Things are really starting to take a turn for the better. Yeah, I don't think that thing saying hungry is a good sign. I think we're all dead. Probably like a terrible sign. Probably means it wants to like eat your soul or something. And there's stencil number 4. Yeah, I don't like that the thing just played itself. I didn't do that. Alright. Now I'm actually starting to get nervous because we're going to get to the part where I have not been to yet, so I really don't know what's going to happen. I'm going in completely blind here. I guess we'll start with 1. Yeah, that's too many hands for how many people there are. I don't think that's what people look like. Ew. That looks like the guy. Aldwin. That's a person hanging upside down. And that's the doll. Someone's here. I did not close these doors. Holy shit, that's loud. Alright. Who's behind this door? Nobody. It's a ghost. It's all my imagination. Alright. Here we go. Oh god. I haven't been in here yet. Do I hear a person in here? Oh my god. I'm actually scared, dude. I thought I heard somebody. Courtyard. Every man needs to look into the dark side of his nature. His father said sternly, "That is where the passion lies, and trying to ignore it is an exercise of futility. I am conscious of my obsession. The same should apply to you. It is what the closest they have ever had to a father and son talk." Probably butchered that whole thing. I don't know what this is about. Can I go out here? No. There's a lot of wildlife out here. Oh god. A maze. I bet something better not fucking chase me. Guess we'll go this way. I don't like that. Who's talking to me? What paranormal shit is this? Okay, so this lantern's pretty much useless out here. Yes, we were in town. We're definitely not in town anymore. Really don't like that. Oh! Okay. There's a kid here. It's not a normal kid. Okay, I guess we're having dinner. I'll sit here. Uh, This is a really big maze. Is this where I came from? Or am I somewhere else now? I'll take oil. I think we're somewhere else. Oh, fuck. I think the kid locked me in here. This truck is really loud. Oh god. I don't like where we're going. The Grand Fiasco. It is with a heavy hand I guide this pen. The grand opening of my new act was a complete and utter disaster. The automation is as unpredictable as the Colorado weather. There I stood, like a buffoon, talking to a puppet, with no response whatsoever. I have never been so humiliated in my whole career. Tonight's debacle might have rendered my career unsalvageable. I told Mr. Cameron that we must act fast before the word of my failure spreads like an inextinguishable wildfire. Luckily, Mr. Cameron, with his reputation on the line, managed to convince the owner of the theater to give me one last chance. The owner agreed to let me perform at one of his less prestigious theaters in a couple of weeks. If the next show fails, not even with a well-respected and established manager like Mr. Cameron will be able to save me. And he was keen on letting me know this. I must examine the automation. It is freaking foggy down here. Oh my god. Yeah, what the hell is going on right now? Where even am I? Is a basement? The main floor. The thick glass of the Chinese water tank was taking too long to break. From a front row seat, he saw his father's face do a final jerky movement before being completely free of struggle. He died. It's a fancy sink. Yeah, sorry for all this reading, but gotta do what we gotta do. A voice from the void. Until now, I haven't been able to write this entry since I inspected the automation a few days ago. The events that took place left me puzzled, and I have spent the last few days trying to make sense of it, but to no avail. It defies logic. I have most recently come to realize that logic and reason can only get you so far. This entry will serve as a documentation of the event as I experienced it. Oh god, what happened to this guy? I brought the automation to my father's prop room with the intent to solve whatever problem that occurred during my disaster performance at the Logmont Theater. I opened the hatch at the back, the automation, and what I saw sent a chill up my spine. Some cogs were rusted and crooked beyond repair, and some had even fallen off their position. There is no way the condition of those cogs deteriorated so drastically between the time of my demonstration for Cameron and my performance at Longmont. There is just no way. Suddenly, I heard a faint whisper coming from the hatch. I questioned my senses at first, like any reasonable man would. But then came another, still faint, but yet audible whisper. It was a harsh, guttural female voice that clearly said the word hungry. I ran out of the prop room as fast as I possibly could. I have not returned there since, but fear that I must, if I want to save my career, I am going to lose this state that has been in my family for centuries. I must gather the courage to enter that room again. And I'm guessing we're gonna go into that room, huh? Oh, that's nice. Oh, shit. There's a dead body in the bathroom on the main floor. Yeah, no shit. But who did it? Must have been a magician, man. Okay, before we go over there, let's take a look around. Oh, it's the same place. Oh, fuck. Hearing a lot of noises. The phonograph on the main floor is of a particular model. Peculiar model. With a key. The phonograph seems to use wax cylinders to play sounds. The cylinder in place plays nothing of importance. But we got a library key, so... Would this be the library? That is not the library. Another note. Lurking creaks. I have not yet gathered the courage to inspect the automation again. In fact, I am more afraid to do so for every passing day. When I'm laying in my bed at night, unable to escape the thoughts in my head, I hear that whispering voice repeating over and over again. Some nights I hear the floorboards in the hallway creak. The creakings are subtle and far apart, as if someone is slowly walking down the hall towards my bedroom door. I spend most nights deprived of sleep staring at the door handle, expecting it to turn at any moment. It never does, but I can hear the creaking lurking closer every night. That's kind of terrifying. I feel like these guys can't be trusted. I do not feel safe walking past this thing. I don't know why. Just give me a bad feeling. Alright, well I guess we go and find the library then. Conservatory. So this must be not the library. That's where I came from. Don't tell me I have to go all the way back. I don't think it would make me do that. This might be the library. Oh, okay. Well, we're back. I think this is the library. Yep. Mother fell to the floor. Tears were beginning to well in her eyes as she begged him to look at her. He would not grant her wish. She packed her bags and left. Kind of a depressing story. Okay. A book about astral projection. Astral projection is an out-of-body experience that assumes the existence of an astral body separate from the physical body. Astral projection denotes an astral body leaving the physical body to travel in an astral plane. The idea of astral travel is rooted to the common worldwide religious accounts of the afterlife. It is frequently reported and associated with dreams and forms of meditation. Patients have reported feelings similar to descriptions of astral projection induced through various hallucinogenic and hypnotic means. There are no evidence for the contention that one can consciously leave the body and make observations. Attempts to verify these claims have consistently failed in spite of the variety of claims to the contrary. Interesting. So where is this going? It's a pretty huge house. He did say it was his family for centuries. A book about the silver cord. The silver cord is mentioned by mystics in the context of dying and astral projections. It is the tether between your astral spirit and your physical self. It is said that the cord must remain connected during astral projection because if it breaks, the projector will die. It looks like we're actually learning things. What is this? I don't know what that does. There's another one. I think there's a time thing. Probably have to find more of those buttons. I think there's only two. Okay, so it opens the door. Okay. So we press this. Right over here. What's that? Run, 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 run. Oh. There has to be more. Okay, so where's the other button then? Oh my gosh. I found it. Okay. So there was another button. Alright, so we press this. Then run. Press this. Run. There we go. Every time I find a closet, I feel like I'm supposed to hide in it. Okay. Music change. Kind of, makes me feel uncomfortable. Okay, so we got a couple notes here. Okay. The hallway siren. A week has passed since my last entry. I don't know the last time I slept. Dreams and reality have mended together into an undefinable liquid. And now I can't tell one from another. As I am in my bedroom writing this, I can hear a woman wailing in the pain from the darkness of the hallway. The wailing is sometimes interrupted by an unearthly cry, as if to beckon me like a siren from the sea. She is begging me to help her. Don't trust it. The Wailing Woman. Alright, here we go. Yesterday was the day I finally managed to enter the prop room. Not out of courage, but out of desperation. The automation was not sitting where I left it. It was sitting up by the board with the pointing stick in hand. I took a few steps back towards the door, then it suddenly started to tap its stick at the board of letters once again to spell out the word hungry. A mysterious substance started to emerge from the corners of the room. The substance was pitch black and had both the characteristics of smoke and liquid. It was slithering on the floor towards me like a bed of serpents. When they reached me, it started crawling up my body until my entire sight of view was engulfed in darkness. I was unable to move. Suddenly, the darkness lifted and I found myself in a dimly lit chamber, the size of which was hard to estimate. The architecture had the overall look of an old, deteriorated dungeon. From the void, I could hear the faint sound of dripping water. That's when I saw a shadowy figure. I knew instantly it was her. She was standing motionless in a basin of water, with large pipes sticking out of the ceiling above it. The only sign that time was even flowing was the dozens of floating pale corpses, the corpses of children. She lifted her arms towards me, towards the ceiling pipes, and whispered, hissingly in a foreign language. Hissing in a foreign language. Blood started streaming out of the pipes and showered her while she was screaming euphorically. I could feel the ravenous hunger practically radiating off her as I watched the blood flow down her gray face. The blood of the innocent, blood of the pure. The dark substance emerged again, and all faded to black. I woke up on the floor at the prop room, in a pool of my own sweat, shaking like an orphan in the cold. I now know what she wants me to do. I just don't think I can do it. What does she want you to do? I don't know. Probably nothing good. Onver Bank. Dear Mr. Campbell, despite our previous reminders, we have still not received any payment or response from you. Therefore, we regret to inform you that if we do not obtain the payment in full within 4 months, we'll have no other alternatives but to undertake court actions against you in order to receive the debt amount. If you have any questions regarding the current situation, please do not hesitate to contact us. Denver Bank. I feel like something's gonna happen now. Is that the woman? It was an open casket funeral. He had never seen a dead body before. The sight was a bleak imitation of the horrors that could paint on the canvas of darkness while laying awake at night. Okay. Well, I think before we go to the second floor, I think I'm actually going to end this episode here. Because, yeah. I feel like it's a good place to leave off. And second floor. I do not know what's going to happen here, so next episode we'll discover more of what happens to this guy and what happens to us. what happens to this machine. But yeah, I think I will see you guys in the next episode of, what is this mod called? I forget. But yeah, see you on the next episode. Goodbye.